Time to take a look at this morning's papers. The writer and broadcaster Vicky Beeching is here to take us through the stories that have caught her eye. Vicky, good to have you with us. Shall we go straight into them? The Observer, taking a look at a survey, 1 in 6 gay people has suffered homophobic hate crimes, poll finds. Are you surprised by this?
I'm not. I have a lot of gay friends, and I do feel like this needs to be brought to the fore. I mean, I think people who spend a lot of time with the gay community know these things, but a lot of people may not. It was also found that 1 in 10 people had not only suffered homophobic bullying, but physical assault. And I think we're getting to a point now where we are working on being a really tolerant nation, but this is a real blind spot for us, and this new research is going to bring it to the fore. I don't know if you saw Will Young, the singer. He's been quite prominent in the news over the last couple of days, speaking out on this, based on this research, and saying he thinks it needs to start in the school playground. And he's tackling kind of gay bullying in primary schools, you know, using the term gay in a negative way. And he's saying to Michael Gove, we need to make sure that schools are really clamping down on this, even involving Ofsted, to make sure that in those early years, people's opinions about sexuality are not stereotyped. And I think that's a great thing.
Out of the debate about gay marriage, the opinion polls suggest that overwhelmingly people support it, accept it, and that's changed a lot of preconceptions.
Yeah.
This story in the Sunday Telegraph, that really annoying moment when you're on the train platform and you can't find a seat, but you see that the first-class carriages are completely empty or there's one person sitting there. Ways of handling that?
Yes, so we may all think that it's just us. You know, the train is crowded, you can't sit down, you look over at first class, and it always seems to be almost empty, at least when I'm looking in.
Yeah, it's just Magga sitting in the front.
Just there with
I have an opinion on this, but let's see what the paper's saying.
Well, apparently new research is showing that less than a fifth of them are ever really full, or even moderately full, so it's not just us, it really is the case. And there's a new push now to say maybe we need to get rid of some of these first-class carriages and make more standard carriages you know, take their place. And there's an argument that in this age of austerity, no one can really afford first-class travel anymore. It's an outdated kind of concept based on an outdated class system. So there's a new push to have the Transport Minister reassess how many first-class carriages we have.
Although for some people it is their office, isn't it? They need to be able to speak relatively confidentially, sit down, guarantee using that time for work.
I know, well, I suppose all of us want that, don't we,
Yeah.
at a standard rail ticket price. I like the fact there's quiet zones. I think we could have more quiet zones, and possibly if there were less first-class carriages, they never really work, do they? There's always someone with the loud music. But I think we could get maybe a better kind of standard class with a bit more space, because that's really what we want in order to work, isn't it? More desk space. But I think first class should go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 7 stages of marriage. We alluded to this in the last hour, and I'm quite keen to know.
It's fascinating. So the Telegraph are looking at the 7-year itch, and the fact that the 7-year itch has actually become much shorter because people are living together a lot more frequently nowadays. So they actually get that 7-year itch sooner. And they're tracing these 7 stages of marriage. I like this because I think there's a lot of negative stuff about marriage. You know, everybody seems to be breaking up in the press. This is saying if you can stay there through the euphoria, through the period of exhaustion, through the enticement of going off with someone else, finally, if you go through all of these stages, you get to enlightenment, where you find yourself in the mellow sunset years of your life with someone who's known you all the way through. And it's interesting. It's really a call for people to just keep sticking it out when the difficult seasons come, knowing that if you see it all the way through, you are statistically likely to actually end up very happy.
I would like to think that you could get to that blissful stage before you turn grey.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? To kind of speed it up, yeah.
I love the names of the different stages. Euphoria, number 1. Number 2, exhaustion. Number 5, endurance.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Explosion. That's apparently when all the fighting happens and you involve lawyers. But if you move beyond that, then you finally get to enlightenment.
Does it say, instead of 7-year itch, does it say when this itch happens now?
No, they're just saying it's speeding up because people are living together a lot more commonly, so you get your itch sooner than you might want.
Quick one, a bit of dirt in food.
This is crazy. There's a chef in Japan who claims that you can actually make fine cuisine based on soil, and he's charging £70 for a 6-course meal. The critics are joking that it's not dirt cheap. But he's saying that back in prehistoric times we actually did eat soil, and it's very good for the digestion. So if you fancy cooking up something cheap and tasty, go out to the back garden, get out your trowel and try one of his recipes.
And it's free.
You could have muck à l'orange.
Muck à l'orange, like it. You could eat it in
soil
first-class
sorbet,
carriage.
apparently he
Soil
serves.
sorbet. Vicky, it's great going through the papers. Thanks very much.